Mistrzostwa Świata World of Tanks trwają w najlepsze, a w tym momencie jestem z panem Wiktorem Kisły, czyli prezesem firmy Wargaming.net, któremu zadam kilka pytań odnośnie gry, a także całego wydarzenia, które właśnie w tym momencie odbywa się w naszej stolicy. Hi Victor, my first question, what do you think about Warsaw and the whole atmosphere around us, the atmosphere of championship here in Warsaw?
Okay, hello, thank you for this opportunity. Warsaw, you know, in World of Tanks we have this serious statistics and there's some funny statistical numbers. For example, the biggest World of Tanks city in the world is Moscow. Of course, you know, Russians play tanks and it's a big city. But when it comes to players per capita, players per citizens, well, the biggest country is Iceland. There's 300,000 people and 3% of them play. But, and this is true, this is not a joke, the most dense World of Tanks players city in the world is Warsaw. So everybody knows today that Poland, and Warsaw in particular, is cyber sports mecca. So there's so many players playing, well, of course, World of Tanks and Counter-Strike and League of Legends. That's why we chose this city for our grand finals, World of Tanks, and we love it. Today is our day number 3. Previous 2 days were fantastic. There's so many players. I mean, the visitors, they come, they see, they cheer. The city itself is, of course, very beautiful. I don't have much time these days because I'm sitting here most of the time. But yeah, Warsaw greeted us nicely, and we're very happy that we're here.
It's good to hear this. My next question is about Poland too. I have to ask you, when players get Polish technology tree, because I know everyone wants to see Polish technology tree.
Yes, I know. We were, and me in particular, we were promising a kind of European tree. So what happened is this. We had to do French, English, and Japanese and Chinese tanks, right? Because, you know, those are big nations which were fighting in World War II. And, okay, a year ago we had a choice to focus on, you know, physics, graphics, esports mode, historical battles, or to do European tree. And I have to be honest with you, it's, we just, our resources are not unlimited, so we chose to improve the game in general. So it's not yet time in our development for European tree or Polish tank. So they will come one day, but unfortunately I cannot tell you the exact time now.
Okay, we have World of Tanks on Xbox 360, PC, and now World of Tanks Blades on iOS. So, what about Sony consoles, PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita in the future, and maybe next generation console, Xbox One and PlayStation 4?
Well, I have to tell you that with Microsoft, and this is a fact, we have this exclusive partnership for Xbox 360. It was very risky for us to go to the consoles, right? You know, Wargaming is your typical PC game developer. So we did not know how to make the console, so that's why we acquired this Chicago studio called Day One. So Americans were making this. And if you look at Xbox 360, you know, this piece of hardware and its ecosystem was not designed 10 years ago for online massively multiplayer, right? So there were so many risky things, and we needed like really close partnership with the console owner. It just so happened that we knew some Microsoft people, and this partnership formed with Microsoft. We're not the only game which has exclusive for one of the consoles. You know, it's typical in this Sony-Microsoft kind of competition to, you know, to attract nice titles exclusively. So right now it's Xbox 360 exclusive.
Okay, let's go back to the origin of Wargaming.net. World of Tanks is one of the most popular online games. So my question is, when you started, did you ever think that it could be such a huge success like now?
No, I have to be honest again. We were thinking, okay, this is going to be, you know, niche game with people who love history and, well, maybe, I don't know, 1 million, maybe 2 million. It so happened that the game was so good and it fit this audience, you know, older guys like me, that is spread across the world like fire. We have more than 80 million registered players today, and of course nobody could see this success. Not us, not the media, not other companies, but you have to understand it's a lot of risk. We took a lot of risk, and it's a lot of hard work. It's not that we released the game 4.5 years ago in Russia, and it's not like in your DVD box retail gaming industry. You make a game, you put it on the shelves by Christmas time, then you sell X number of copies, then you do 1 or 2 patches to fix the bugs, and that's it. This game is, I mean, you don't touch this game anymore. With online games, and especially free-to-play online games, when you release the game, this is the time where your work starts. So players coming in, they play, but soon they kind of consume all the content and they want more. New tanks, new maps, new gameplay modes, new physics, new graphics. So after these 4.5 years, we have released 22 or maybe 23 big updates. So it's a lot of work. We keep hiring people just for World of Tanks, because the game is getting, you know, new updates and it's becoming better and better, and I think it will go on for another 10, 15, maybe even 20 years.
As we know, World of Tanks is really exciting game for esport events like this one. So tell me what we could expect in the future in esports world. What do you think about this?
Okay, first let me give you a philosophical concept. Some people think that you make a game, you call it esports, and it becomes esport magically. No, it's not like this. This is how we did it. First, you have to make a very enjoyable product for general people, for not, you know, for normal people like, you know, like you and me, who, I mean, come home after work, tired, you want to relax, you want to blow some stuff up, and you casually play a battle or two, you know, 5 or 10. You can play with your brother, with your friend. So you're not doing this for money or just for fun. So when you have a lot of those players, then statistically some percentage of those players become competitive, or they are competitive. They want to express themselves, they want to compete, they want to come on stage, they want to fight for money, they want to fight for prizes, they want to become, I don't know, rock stars. So, but again, this number has to come out of those millions of casual players. So today, I'm happy to see so many teams. Today we have this final battles for our World Cup, and 12 months ago, there was 40,000 teams which started this tournament all over the world, in Asia, in Korea, in China, in Russia, in Europe, in America, and only 14 teams, you know, survived and came here to Warsaw. And today we will learn, like in 5 hours, we will learn who is the best.
So, what do you think about competitive here? Who win the battle?
Well, before I want to say that everyone was really impressed with the performance of the Polish team, the Lemming Train, because they ran through the first phase and they came to the second phase, which was very impressive. But you know, this is sports. I'm not cheering for any team, so it has to be fair competition. So we have as far as I know, we have 4 teams left. 3 Russian teams and 1 team from Singapore, Philippines, and Australia. This like South Asian. I don't know. Of course, if you ask people, they say this is Navi, because they play really well always. But this is sports. You never know. So that's why we're here. That's why we'll be waiting until evening today to see who is the best. It's only fight. I mean, only fight determines the victory.
It's not necessary to pay if someone wants to win, so how did you manage to balance everything in World of Tanks?
You mean for esports or in general?
General.
It was a very risky concept of this free-to-play. Well, like 4 or 5 years ago, in the West, there was not much free-to-play, right? So we introduced this concept because it was already popular in China, in Korea, and in Russia, and we tweaked it for the Western market. So in World of Tanks, there is nothing you can buy for $1,000. Like if I give you $1,000, you will not spend it in World of Tanks. well, one exception is if you are a very rich guy and you have a clan and you want to sponsor the clan, yeah, you can spend a lot of money for 100 people. But if you are playing individually, there is nothing you can buy for $1,000, nothing at all. Well, this is our philosophy. This game is for everyone from the financial standpoint. This is Russian people play it, Chinese play it, Polish, Czech people, Americans play it, and they are in the same conditions. As a business model, we chose this. We would rather have you to pay nothing, and 75% of people will never ever pay anything, but stay in the game because you're part of the game. You're part of the ecosystem. You bring friends, you play, you become a clan member, you post on YouTube, you post on Twitter and Facebook. So we need you, and we don't want to get $100 or $200 out of you every month. We would rather have you, let's say, non-paying or something between, 2 or 3 movie tickets price every month, but staying in the game. So this is our philosophy. Of course, there's a lot of chemistry and calculations behind that, but after 4.5 years, the game is running, the game is growing, and the feedback, I mean, people don't complain about payment. They complain about, graphics and physics, like always in computer games. Players want more beautiful picture, more gameplay modes. Okay, we are working on those, but payment, nobody complains.
You said we have more than 80 million registered players right now. So do you know what's the average time which players spend on the game?
The active, well, of course, after 4.5 years, not everyone continues playing. I keep playing more than 5 years now. I have 13,000 battles in World of Tanks, and I keep playing. But the active players, those are who like playing during this couple of days during the week. Average, is like 2-3 hours per day. So when people play World of Tanks, they play fanatically.
Wargaming, it's also a World of Warplanes. Tell me about the future of this game, maybe console version?
For World of Warplanes, I have to be open and honest with you. We launched it last November. The game is good. It's already bringing positive money. The numbers already look good in comparison with many other games, but when you compare World of Warplanes today and World of Tanks, this comparison not in favor of Warplanes. So ironically, the biggest competitor, and we know this today after 5 months, the biggest competitor for World of Warplanes is World of Tanks. Plus, we made a couple of mistakes, so mostly technical, like frames per second is not always good. On lower machines, there's some ping problems, maybe interface for flying model needs some little tweaks. So we know all of this now, and we are really working hard to fix those problems. So World of Warplanes will become a big game. It will become esports. Well, not today. Give us a little more time to get this critical mass. And again, it's too early to talk about World of Warplanes and the console, because again we have to get this critical mass and make sure that the PC version is perfect. After that, we have showed this many times, so if we have a success, we invest a lot to continue this success and to move to other directions, console, mobile, esports, so please give us time. Right now we have to fix those couple of problems which we have.
But maybe in the future we can expect esports event like this in Warsaw World of Warplanes Championship.
Well, why not? I see no reasons why not. But again, right now we have to first make enjoyable game for your home or internet cafe usage. Esports and everything else comes naturally after you have, 20 million players.
Okay, this is my last question. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.